The love compatibility between a Cancer woman and an Aries man is truly a tale of two contrasting elements coming together to form a dynamic, often tumultuous but deeply meaningful connection. As a Cancer woman, your emotional depth, sensitivity, and need for security guide you in every step of your relationships. You approach love with a nurturing, protective heart, wanting to create a sanctuary where you and your partner can thrive. Aries men, on the other hand, are ruled by fire, driven by a passion for action, adventure, and challenge. The contrast between these two energies can create a relationship full of learning, growth, and excitement, but it also comes with its share of challenges. The Cancer woman's perspective. You, as a Cancer woman, are someone who thrives on emotional intimacy and deep, meaningful connections. For you, love is about feeling safe, being cared for, and building a stable future with someone who understands your emotional needs. You're naturally intuitive and can pick up on the subtle emotional cues in your relationships, often sensing what your partner needs before they even realize it themselves. This nurturing energy is one of your greatest strengths, and you take pride in your ability to care for those you love. When you meet an Aries man, his boldness and energy can feel like a whirlwind in your life. Aries men are all about the thrill of the chase. They are direct, confident, and aren't afraid to pursue what they want. Initially, this can be incredibly exciting for you. His take-charge attitude and bravery can make you feel secure in the early stages of your relationship. There's something appealing about his ability to step up, be decisive, and take control of situations, which contrasts with your more cautious, emotionally driven approach. You might even find yourself feeling invigorated by his enthusiasm for life and the new experiences he brings into your world. However, as things progress, you may begin to notice the differences in how you approach love and relationships. Your need for emotional security might make his fiery and independent nature feel unsettling at times. Aries men are not always the most emotionally intuitive partners, and his blunt, sometimes insensitive approach to handling emotions can feel like a clash with your softer, more empathetic heart. While he's focused on action and the next adventure, you might be thinking about how to create emotional closeness and build a lasting bond. The Aries man's perspective. As an Aries man, your world is one of passion, ambition, and excitement. You live for the thrill, and you're naturally drawn to challenge and adventure. When you fall in love, you do so quickly and passionately, throwing yourself into the relationship with intensity. You're not one to shy away from expressing your feelings, and you love the chase, enjoying the process of winning your partner's heart. However, once you've secured their affection, your natural inclination is to keep moving, always seeking the next exciting thing in life. When you meet a Cancer woman, her emotional depth and vulnerability might be something you're not used to. She has a calming energy that intrigues you, offering a sense of emotional security that you might not have known you needed. Her nurturing spirit makes you feel cared for in a way that can be both comforting and unfamiliar. She's the type of partner who will be there for you, through thick and thin, offering a kind of devotion and loyalty that makes you feel valued. But at the same time, her emotional needs can feel overwhelming. As an Aries man, you value your independence and freedom, and the idea of being emotionally responsible for someone else's feelings might make you feel a bit trapped. Cancer women can be clingy when they don't feel secure, and while she's just trying to get closer to you, her need for constant reassurance might start to feel stifling. You're not the type to dwell on emotions, preferring to deal with things quickly and then move on, so her tendency to hold on to emotional hurt or become moody can frustrate you. The dynamic of the relationship, the Cancer woman and Aries man relationship, is like fire meeting water. The energy between you can be intense and filled with both passion and conflict. Aries men bring excitement, spontaneity, and adventure to the table, which can help Cancer women break out of their emotional shells and experience life in a more vibrant way. Aries will push Cancer to take risks, explore new horizons, and live more boldly, while Cancer provides the emotional grounding that Aries often needs, even if he doesn't realize it. However, there will be challenges along the way. Cancer's need for emotional security might clash with Aries' desire for freedom and independence. Aries men are straightforward and often speak without considering the emotional impact of their words, which can deeply wound the sensitive Cancer woman. Conversely, Cancer's tendency to retreat into her shell when hurt or overwhelmed might confuse Aries, who would prefer to address conflicts head-on. There can be moments where Aries feels like Cancer is too sensitive or demanding, while Cancer feels that Aries is being inconsiderate or detached. Despite these challenges, this relationship can be incredibly rewarding if both partners are willing to compromise and learn from each other. Aries can teach Cancer how to be more confident and bold in expressing her desires, while Cancer can help Aries develop more emotional awareness and sensitivity. It's a balancing act that requires patience, understanding, and a willingness to embrace each other's differences. Your partner's feelings. As an Aries man, he's passionate and driven by the thrill of the relationship. In the beginning, he's likely drawn to you because of the mystery you present. You, as a Cancer woman, don't reveal everything about yourself right away, and this intrigue fuels his desire to pursue you. He's fascinated by the depth of your emotions, even if he doesn't fully understand them, and he admires your loyalty and dedication. However, his approach to love is more focused on action and less on words. He expresses his affection by doing things for you, being protective, and making plans for the future, even if he struggles to verbalize his emotions in the way you might need. Over time, he may become frustrated by what he perceives as emotional drama or moodiness, but deep down, he values the emotional strength you bring to the relationship. He might not always show it, but he respects your ability to love so deeply and sincerely. What he needs is space to express his feelings in his own way, which can sometimes be through action rather than words. The future of your relationship. The potential for this relationship to grow and thrive is significant, especially if both of you are willing to meet each other halfway. Aries can provide the fire and excitement that keeps the relationship alive, while Cancer can provide the emotional stability and nurturing that Aries secretly craves. With compromise and communication, you can create a relationship that balances passion with emotional depth. The key to success in this relationship lies in understanding and respecting each other's differences. Aries will need to learn how to slow down and be more in tune with Cancer's emotional world, while Cancer will need to give Aries the freedom to be independent and adventurous without feeling threatened. Final thoughts. In the end, the relationship between a Cancer woman and an Aries man is one of growth and transformation. It's a journey where both partners have the opportunity to learn from each other and create a bond that is both passionate and emotionally fulfilling. While there will be challenges, the potential for deep, lasting love is there if both partners are willing to put in the effort. With Aries' boldness and Cancer's nurturing heart, this relationship can be one that thrives on love, passion, and mutual respect. When a Cancer woman and a Taurus man come together in a romantic relationship, it's as though the universe has aligned two souls that naturally understand and complement each other. Their love is deeply rooted in shared values of security, loyalty, and a deep desire for emotional intimacy. This pairing has the potential to create a relationship that is not only stable but also rich with mutual care and tenderness. As a Cancer woman, you're someone who feels deeply and loves with your whole heart. Ruled by the moon, your emotions are constantly shifting like the tides, but at the core you are nurturing and devoted. You need to feel emotionally safe with your partner, and you thrive when you know that the person you love is just as invested in the relationship as you are. You have a natural instinct to take care of the people you love, offering them warmth, kindness, and a sense of home. The Taurus man is someone who can deeply appreciate and reciprocate the love you offer. Ruled by Venus, the planet of love and beauty, he brings a grounded, sensual energy to the relationship. Taurus men are known for their calm, patient nature, and their approach to love is steady and reliable. When a Taurus man commits, he does so for the long haul. His loyalty is unshakable, and he'll work tirelessly to ensure that his partner feels secure and cherished. Attraction and early connection. From the very beginning, you'll likely find yourselves drawn to one another almost effortlessly. The Taurus man will be enchanted by your nurturing, empathetic nature, while you, as a Cancer woman, will find his steady, calming presence deeply reassuring. You may be more emotionally expressive, while he tends to show his love through actions rather than words. But this dynamic works well for both of you. His grounded nature helps stabilize your emotional fluctuations, and in turn you help him tap into his emotional side, allowing him to feel deeply connected in a way that's new to him. The Taurus man is also someone who craves security and stability just like you. For him, love isn't a whirlwind of drama or excitement. He's looking for something real, something lasting. He's the kind of man who will take his time getting to know you, building a strong foundation before rushing into anything. And as a Cancer woman, this is exactly what you need. You're not interested in fleeting romances. You want a love that feels like home, and the Taurus man can offer you that. Building a life together. As your relationship deepens, you'll both discover how much you enjoy creating a comfortable, peaceful life together. Both of you value home and family above all else, and you'll likely find yourselves daydreaming about a future filled with shared traditions, a cozy home, and perhaps even children. The Taurus man is a provider at heart, and he will work tirelessly to ensure that your home life is stable and abundant. He takes pride in being able to offer financial security and a comfortable lifestyle, and you, as a Cancer woman, will feel reassured knowing that your future is safe with him. You, in turn, will bring emotional richness to the relationship. Your nurturing instincts will make your Taurus man feel truly cared for in ways he may not have experienced before. Whether it's through cooking his favorite meal or simply being there when he's had a tough day, you have a way of making him feel loved and appreciated. He, in return, will spoil you with little luxuries, from thoughtful gifts to sensual evenings spent together. For him, showing love is about creating beauty and comfort, and you'll feel this in every moment you spend together. Emotional dynamics. One of the greatest strengths of this relationship is the emotional security it can provide. The Taurus man is someone who doesn't get easily flustered, and this can be a huge source of comfort for you as a Cancer woman, especially during times when you're feeling emotionally overwhelmed. He'll be there for you with his calm, steady energy, offering you a shoulder to lean on when you need it most. For him, your emotional depth is something he admires. He may not always be able to express his feelings as openly as you do, but he feels deeply, and he appreciates the way you bring out his softer, more vulnerable side. That being said, there may be moments where your emotional needs differ. The Taurus man is practical and down to earth, and while he loves deeply, he may not always understand the intensity of your emotional world. You, on the other hand, can sometimes retreat into your shell when you're feeling hurt or vulnerable, expecting him to instinctively know what's wrong. This is where communication is key. If you can openly express your feelings and needs, he'll be more than willing to offer the comfort and reassurance you crave. In return, the Taurus man will need you to be patient with his slower pace. He's not one to rush into emotional conversations or grand displays of affection, but that doesn't mean he loves you any less. For him, love is something that grows over time, and he shows his affection through consistent, reliable actions. If you can both recognize and appreciate each other's emotional styles, you'll find that your relationship grows even stronger. Challenges and growth. No relationship is without its challenges, and for the Cancer woman and Taurus man, the biggest hurdle may come from their differing approaches to conflict. You, as a Cancer woman, are more likely to express your emotions when something is bothering you, while the Taurus man prefers to avoid confrontation. He's not one to enjoy emotional drama, and he may try to sweep issues under the rug in an effort to keep the peace. This can be frustrating for you, as you need to feel heard and understood when you're upset. It's important for both of you to work on communication. The Taurus man will need to learn to engage with your emotions, rather than shutting down or avoiding difficult conversations, and you, in turn, may need to approach him with patience and understanding, giving him the time he needs to process his feelings. When you're both able to meet in the middle, you'll find that conflicts are resolved more easily, and your bond becomes even stronger. Physical and intimate compatibility. In terms of physical compatibility, the Cancer woman and Taurus man are a perfect match. The Taurus man is incredibly sensual, and he brings a slow, steady passion to the bedroom that will make you feel adored. For him, intimacy is about creating a beautiful, luxurious experience, and he'll take his time ensuring that both of you feel connected on a deep, physical level. As a Cancer woman, you crave emotional intimacy, and the Taurus man's sensual nature will make you feel cherished in ways that go beyond the physical. Together, you'll create a loving, tender space where you can explore each other emotionally and physically, deepening your bond. A love that lasts. In the long term, the love between a Cancer woman and a Taurus man has the potential to stand the test of time. Both of you are loyal and committed, and you share a deep desire to build a life together that is filled with love, security, and happiness. You'll both work hard to nurture your relationship, and as the years go by, you'll find that your bond only grows stronger. For the Cancer woman, the Taurus man offers the emotional security and stability you've always dreamed of. And for the Taurus man, the Cancer woman brings warmth, love, and emotional depth into his life in ways that make him feel truly alive. Together, you create a relationship that feels like home, a love that is safe, nurturing, and built to last. The compatibility between a Cancer woman and a Gemini man is one of complexity and depth. At first glance, it may seem like the two of you are complete opposites in terms of personality and values. But there's an undeniable attraction that pulls you together. As a Cancer woman, you are nurturing, intuitive, and deeply emotional. You crave stability and a sense of home, someone who can be your rock in the chaotic world. The Gemini man, on the other hand, is intellectually curious, adaptable, and thrives on variety. He's a free spirit, always seeking new ideas and experiences. You both approach life so differently, but that's where the magic lies. Your differences can actually complement each other, creating a unique and dynamic relationship. Initial attraction, sparks of curiosity and emotion. When you first meet your Gemini man, the attraction is often immediate but puzzling. You're drawn to his lively personality, his quick wit, and his ability to turn any conversation into a fascinating discussion. His charm and lightheartedness make you smile, and as a Cancer woman, you can't help but be intrigued by how effortlessly he moves through life. He, in turn, is captivated by your emotional depth and the way you seem to understand people on a level he's never quite reached. You have a natural intuition about others, and he's drawn to that sense of inner knowing. The Gemini man is a social butterfly, and you might initially feel a bit hesitant about his outgoing nature. He loves being surrounded by people and is constantly seeking new adventures, while you're more likely to crave a quiet, intimate connection with just the two of you. Despite this, there's something about him that makes you want to know more. His curiosity about the world and his ever-changing interests draw you in. And you start to wonder if you've met someone who can truly complement your softer, more nurturing side. Communication, a blend of intellect and emotion. One of the most interesting aspects of your relationship will be communication. You, as a Cancer woman, communicate through emotions. You feel everything deeply, and your conversations often stem from your heart. You're not just interested in what's happening on the surface, you want to know what he's feeling, what's beneath the witty banter. For the Gemini man, communication is more of an intellectual exercise. He loves to talk, but his conversations are often light, playful, and more focused on ideas than feelings. He enjoys the mental stimulation of a good debate or a conversation about the latest news or trends, while you're trying to dig deeper into the emotional currents of the relationship. This can create a fascinating dynamic, but also some challenges. You may sometimes feel that he's avoiding emotional depth, or that he's not fully engaging with you on the level you need. It's not that he doesn't care, he just experiences the world differently. The Gemini man tends to intellectualize his emotions, often keeping them at arm's length, while you're fully immersed in yours. He might not always understand why you need to talk about feelings, but if he's committed to the relationship, he will learn to appreciate the way you open him up to new emotional experiences. For you, learning to appreciate his intellectual curiosity and lighter approach to life can help you see things from a new perspective. He may not dive into emotional discussions as naturally as you do, but he brings an energy and freshness to communication that can lighten your heart when things feel too heavy. If you can meet in the middle, with him learning to engage more deeply with his emotions, and you embracing his playful side, your conversations can become a beautiful blend of heart and mind. Emotional needs, navigating the differences. Emotionally, you and your Gemini man are very different, and this will be one of the biggest areas of growth in your relationship. As a Cancer woman, you're ruled by the moon, and your emotions are like the tides, deep, powerful, and ever-changing. You need security, consistency, and a partner who can provide a stable emotional foundation. You're deeply sensitive, and while you may not always show it, you feel everything profoundly. For you, love is about emotional connection and building a home together, not just in the physical sense but also in the emotional sense. The Gemini man, on the other hand, tends to approach emotions from a more detached, intellectual place. He's not always comfortable diving into the deep emotional waters that you inhabit so naturally. His feelings can be fleeting and changeable, much like his thoughts, and he's more focused on keeping things light and fun. While you're thinking about building a long-term emotional bond, he's more likely to be excited about what new adventure the two of you can embark on together. This difference can sometimes leave you feeling insecure. You might wonder if he's truly committed to the relationship, or if he's just enjoying the moment. The truth is, the Gemini man can be deeply loyal and committed, but it takes time for him to understand the depth of emotional connection that you crave. He's not as naturally attuned to emotions, so he might miss the subtle cues that you need more from him. However, with patience and communication, he can learn to meet your emotional needs, and you can learn to appreciate the excitement and variety he brings to the relationship. Love and intimacy, bridging the gap. In the realm of love and intimacy, your connection with a Gemini man can be both exhilarating and challenging. You, as a Cancer woman, approach love with your whole heart. For you, physical intimacy is deeply connected to emotional intimacy. You want to feel safe, cherished, and nurtured, and you offer the same to your partner. The Gemini man, on the other hand, sees intimacy as an exciting adventure. He's curious, playful, and enjoys exploring new experiences, but he may not immediately connect physical closeness with emotional depth. This can be a learning curve for both of you. He can help you loosen up, enjoy the moment, and explore the lighter side of love, while you can teach him about the deeper emotional connection that comes with intimacy. If you can both be open to each other's needs, your physical relationship can grow into something that blends emotional security with excitement and spontaneity. The key to success in this area is communication. You'll need to express your emotional needs clearly, and he'll need to be willing to slow down and connect on a deeper level. In return, you can embrace the sense of fun and discovery that he brings to the relationship, allowing you to enjoy the moment without losing sight of the emotional bond you're building together. Challenges: finding balance between security and freedom. One of the biggest challenges in your relationship will be finding a balance between your need for emotional security and his need for freedom and variety. You crave stability, and you want to build a solid foundation for the future. The Gemini man, however, is more focused on the present moment. He's always looking for the next exciting thing, whether it's a new idea, a new place to explore, or a new conversation to have. This can leave you feeling unsettled or unsure of where you stand in the relationship. The Gemini man may sometimes feel like you're holding him back or trying to tie him down, which can make him pull away. He values his independence, and he needs space to explore and express himself. However, this doesn't mean he doesn't love you or isn't committed to the relationship. It's just that he experiences love differently. He shows his love through shared experiences, intellectual conversations, and a sense of adventure, rather than through the deep emotional connection that you naturally seek. The key to overcoming this challenge is compromise. You'll need to give him the freedom he craves, while he'll need to provide you with the emotional security you need. If you can both make small adjustments, you'll find that your relationship can be a beautiful blend of stability and excitement. He'll learn to appreciate the emotional depth you bring to the relationship, and you'll learn to embrace the lightness and spontaneity he offers. Future potential, growth, and understanding. Despite your differences, a relationship between a Cancer woman and a Gemini man has the potential to be deeply rewarding. You offer him a safe harbor, a place where he can rest and feel emotionally secure, while he brings excitement, intellectual stimulation, and a fresh perspective to your life. Together, you can create a relationship that balances emotional depth with mental curiosity, offering each other growth and understanding. In the long term, this relationship can be a powerful combination of stability and variety. You'll learn to appreciate his quick mind and his ability to see things from multiple perspectives, while he'll learn to value the emotional connection and security you bring to the table. With patience, understanding, and a willingness to grow together, your relationship can thrive, offering both of you a unique and fulfilling partnership. When a Cancer woman and a Cancer man enter a relationship, it's like two kindred souls discovering that they were meant to find each other all along. As a Cancer woman, you are deeply intuitive, nurturing, and emotionally attuned to the people you care about. You seek a connection that not only satisfies your heart but also feels like home, a place of security, warmth, and deep emotional intimacy. When you meet a Cancer man, the connection feels almost magical, as if you've found someone who truly understands the depths of your emotions. Your emotional bond, two souls moving in sync. From the very beginning, the emotional bond between a Cancer woman and a Cancer man is almost palpable. You both have an innate ability to understand each other's feelings without needing to say a word. As a Cancer woman, you pick up on subtle cues and shifts in energy, and your Cancer man is exactly the same. This unspoken emotional language allows you to communicate on a deeper level, often through simple gestures or even just a shared glance. It's a connection that feels deeply rooted, like two trees whose branches intertwine as they grow side by side. One of the things you'll appreciate most about your Cancer man is his emotional depth. Like you, he feels things intensely, and he values vulnerability and openness. While he may not always express his emotions as openly as you can sense the depth of his love and affection through his actions. He shows you how much he cares in small but meaningful ways, whether it's making sure you're comfortable, holding your hand during difficult times, or simply being present when you need someone to lean on. The tenderness between you two is unmatched. As the Cancer woman, your nurturing nature complements his desire to protect and care for you. You both prioritize each other's emotional well-being, and this creates a safe, comforting space in your relationship. When you're together, it feels like you've built an emotional fortress where you can retreat from the outside world and be your truest selves. You're both incredibly protective of this emotional space, and neither of you takes it for granted. The power of vulnerability, trusting each other fully. One of the unique qualities of your relationship with a Cancer man is the level of trust you both build over time. As a Cancer woman, you value loyalty and honesty above all else in relationships, and you'll be pleased to find that your Cancer man feels the same way. You both understand that in order to truly connect on a deep emotional level, you need to be vulnerable with each other. This willingness to share your innermost thoughts and fears is what makes your bond so special. While opening up can sometimes be difficult for both of you, since you're both naturally protective of your hearts, once trust is established, the emotional connection between you will grow even stronger. You'll find that your Cancer man is not afraid to share his deepest feelings with you, knowing that you will accept him without judgment. In return, he will be there to support you when you need someone to confide in. This mutual understanding creates a relationship filled with emotional honesty, where both of you feel safe enough to be vulnerable. However, the intensity of your emotions can sometimes be overwhelming for both of you. As a Cancer woman, when you're hurt or upset, you may retreat into your shell to protect yourself from further emotional pain. Your Cancer man may do the same, which can lead to moments where you both withdraw from each other. But because you understand each other so well, you're able to navigate these moments with patience and empathy. You both know that the other needs time to process their feelings, and once you're ready, you can come back together and talk things through with love and understanding. Love and romance, a connection rooted in tenderness. In love, the relationship between a Cancer woman and a Cancer man is one of the most tender and affectionate connections imaginable. You both thrive on emotional closeness, and your love language revolves around care, thoughtfulness, and emotional intimacy. For you, romance isn't about grand gestures, it's about the little things that show how much you care for each other. Whether it's cuddling on the couch after a long day, cooking a meal together, or simply holding hands while watching a movie, your relationship is filled with quiet moments of tenderness. Your Cancer man is just as romantic as you are. He loves to show you how much he cares through small but meaningful actions. He'll remember your favorite foods, check in on you when you're feeling down, and surprise you with sweet gestures that make you feel cherished. His love is steady and constant, and you'll never have to doubt how much he cares for you. He will go out of his way to make sure you feel loved, appreciated, and secure in the relationship. Physical intimacy between the two of you is equally profound. As a Cancer woman, you need to feel emotionally connected to your partner before you can truly open up physically, and the Cancer man is the same way. Once trust and emotional security are established, your physical connection will deepen. Every touch, kiss, and embrace will feel like an extension of your emotional bond, making your love life incredibly fulfilling and meaningful. The Cancer man is tender and attentive in the bedroom, always ensuring that you feel loved and cared for, creating a home together, building a safe haven. For both of you, home and family are at the core of your values. As a Cancer woman, you dream of building a life that is centered around love, stability, and emotional security. Your Cancer man shares this dream, and together, you'll work to create a home that feels like a safe haven from the outside world. You'll both put a lot of effort into making your home a place of comfort and warmth, where you can retreat and recharge. The Cancer man is a natural provider, and he takes pride in creating a secure and stable life for the people he loves. He will work hard to ensure that you feel safe and supported both emotionally and materially. As a Cancer woman, you'll bring your nurturing energy into the home, creating a space that is filled with love, warmth, and care. Together, you'll create a life that is rooted in emotional security, where both of you can thrive. When it comes to family, both of you have a strong desire for children, and you'll make wonderful parents. Your children will be raised in an environment where they feel loved, supported, and emotionally secure. The Cancer man will be a devoted and caring father, and he will appreciate the way you nurture and care for your family. Together, you'll create a family life that is filled with love, compassion, and understanding. Challenges: navigating emotional sensitivity. While your emotional connection is one of the greatest strengths of your relationship, it can also present challenges. Both you and your Cancer man are highly sensitive, and this means that you can be easily hurt by each other's words or actions. When misunderstandings arise, both of you may retreat into your emotional shells, making it difficult to communicate. This can lead to moments of emotional distance, but because you both value your relationship so deeply, you'll always find a way to come back together. The key to overcoming these challenges is open communication. As a Cancer woman, you may need time to process your emotions before you're ready to talk about them, and your Cancer man is the same way. It's important to be patient with each other and to give each other the space needed to work through difficult emotions. Once you're ready to communicate, you'll find that your Cancer man is willing to listen and work through any issues that arise. His empathy and understanding make him an ideal partner when it comes to navigating emotional challenges. A love that lasts. The future of your relationship. The future of your relationship with a Cancer man is filled with the promise of deep emotional connection, love, and mutual support. Together, you'll build a life that is rooted in emotional security and filled with moments of tenderness and care. Your love is one that grows stronger over time, as you continue to nurture and support each other through life's ups and downs. As a Cancer woman, you've found a partner who understands and values you on a deep emotional level, and this makes your relationship feel like a true partnership. With open communication, trust, and a willingness to be vulnerable with each other, your love will continue to grow and thrive. In the long run, your relationship with a Cancer man will be one of the most fulfilling and loving partnerships. Together, you'll navigate life's challenges with grace, knowing that you have each other to lean on. Your emotional connection is unbreakable, and with time, your love will only deepen. You've found someone who feels like home, and that is a gift that both of you will cherish for a lifetime. When a Cancer woman and a Leo man come together, it's an exciting, dynamic, and occasionally tumultuous journey. You, as a Cancer woman, are deeply emotional, intuitive, and value emotional security above all. Your Leo man, on the other hand, thrives on attention, confidence, and dramatic flair. This combination can create fireworks in both wonderful and challenging ways. Let me take you on a deeper dive into how this unique pairing can work, what challenges might arise, and how you can grow together. The attraction, a magnetic force. The initial attraction between you as a Cancer woman and a Leo man is undeniable. There's a natural magnetism between your water and his fire that pulls you together. You are likely drawn to his confidence, his boldness, and the way he seems to take charge of any room he enters. His charm is hard to resist, and there's something about his warmth and charisma that makes you feel safe, even in his fiery nature. You might be amazed by how he carries himself with such regal presence, and his adoration for you makes you feel special in a way you've rarely experienced. In return, your Leo man is completely captivated by your nurturing, soft nature. You bring an emotional depth to the relationship that intrigues him. Beneath his flamboyant exterior, he craves someone who can understand his emotional needs without him having to say much. And there you are, intuitive and compassionate, offering him the love and care that makes him feel like the king he believes he is. He loves that you make him feel like he's the center of your world, which feeds his need for admiration. Emotional dynamics, understanding each other's needs. Your emotional world as a Cancer woman runs deep. You feel everything intensely, and you need a partner who can provide you with stability and security. Emotional connection is the foundation for everything you do, and you have a natural instinct to nurture and protect those you love. You create a warm, loving home environment where your partner feels safe, and you expect your Leo man to provide the same level of emotional availability. Your Leo man, while deeply loving, expresses his emotions quite differently. He's not one to dive into emotional waters the way you do. Instead, he expresses his love through grand gestures, passion, and loyalty. His love is fiery and bold, while yours is quiet and steady. At times, this difference can leave you feeling emotionally distant, as he may not always recognize when you need deeper emotional connection. You might sometimes feel like he's more focused on being admired by the world than creating emotional intimacy with you. However, it's important to remember that your Leo man is fiercely loyal and protective. His love is unwavering, even if it's not always expressed in the way you expect. He thrives on being the provider, protector, and the one who brings excitement into your life. Once he understands that you need more emotional vulnerability from him, he will be more than willing to meet you halfway because, at the end of the day, making you happy means everything to him. Communication, balancing sensitivity and confidence. Communication between you and your Leo man can sometimes be a bit of a dance. As a Cancer woman, you prefer subtlety, and you often expect your partner to intuitively understand what you're feeling without needing to say it outright. You might hold back when you're upset, hoping your Leo man will notice the shift in your mood and come to comfort you. But he may not always pick up on these cues, not because he doesn't care, but because his nature is more straightforward and less attuned to subtle emotional signals. Your Leo man communicates directly. He says what he means and expects the same in return. He can sometimes come off as too blunt or unaware of how his words affect you emotionally. While he never intends to hurt you, his lack of sensitivity to your emotional needs may sometimes feel overwhelming. The key here is finding a balance in communication. You may need to be more upfront about what you need emotionally from him. Don't be afraid to tell him when you're feeling vulnerable or when you need his reassurance. He'll appreciate your honesty and will be more than willing to step up once he knows what you need. In return, you can help him soften his approach by encouraging him to be more in tune with his emotions and the emotions of those around him. Challenges: navigating differences in emotional expression. One of the core challenges in this relationship lies in how you both deal with emotions. As a Cancer woman, you crave emotional security and a deep, soulful connection. You want to feel understood and cherished on a deep emotional level, while your Leo man is more focused on the external world, seeking adventure, attention, and validation. At times, this can make you feel like you're not getting the emotional depth you need from him. On the flip side, your Leo man might feel like you're holding him back or asking him to be someone he's not. He thrives on admiration and attention from the outside world, and while he's deeply devoted to you, he also needs the freedom to express himself in his fiery, extroverted way. He may struggle to understand why you need so much emotional reassurance, or why you sometimes retreat into your shell. To overcome these challenges, it's essential to recognize that both approaches to love are valid. You bring emotional depth and sensitivity to the relationship, while your Leo man brings passion and excitement. If you can learn to embrace these differences rather than seeing them as obstacles, you'll find that your relationship becomes much stronger. He can help you come out of your shell and experience more of the world, while you can teach him the beauty of emotional intimacy and vulnerability. Romance and intimacy, a blend of tenderness and passion. When it comes to romance, the Cancer woman and Leo man have the potential to create something truly magical. You, as a Cancer woman, bring tenderness and emotional depth to your romantic life. You crave a connection that is deeply personal, where love is expressed through meaningful gestures, words, and actions. You want to feel cherished and understood, and you are willing to give your all to your partner. Your Leo man, on the other hand, expresses his love with grand gestures and fiery passion. He loves to be dramatic in his expressions of affection. Whether it's surprising you with an elaborate date or showing you off to the world as his prized partner. He enjoys the excitement of romance and will go out of his way to make you feel adored. In the bedroom, the combination of your emotional depth and his passion creates a powerful connection. You bring a sense of nurturing and tenderness, while he brings fire and excitement. Together, you balance each other out beautifully. He makes you feel alive and desired, and you help him experience love on a deeper, more intimate level. Your sexual connection has the potential to be both passionate and emotionally fulfilling, creating a bond that strengthens your relationship on multiple levels. Building a life together, a harmonious blend of home and adventure. When it comes to building a life together, you and your Leo man bring complementary strengths to the relationship. As a Cancer woman, you value security, stability, and a strong home life. You dream of creating a safe, nurturing environment where you and your partner can build a family or simply enjoy the comforts of home. You have a natural talent for making your home feel warm and inviting, and your Leo man will appreciate and admire your ability to create such a loving space. Your Leo man adds excitement, adventure, and a sense of pride to your shared life. While you focus on the emotional and domestic aspects of your relationship, he's out in the world, making sure that your life together is full of fun and excitement. He loves to provide for you, and he takes great pride in being able to make you feel safe and secure. Together, you'll create a life where both of you feel fulfilled, where you have the emotional security you need, and he has the excitement and passion he craves. Family and future, growing together through love and understanding. Family life will likely be important to both of you, but in different ways. As a Cancer woman, you are naturally nurturing and will focus on creating a loving, supportive environment for your family. You'll be the one who ensures that everyone feels cared for and emotionally secure. Your Leo man, while not as emotionally focused, will bring energy, protection, and fun into the family dynamic. He'll be the proud parent who loves to show off his family and make sure everyone knows how much he cares. In the long run, your relationship has the potential to be deeply fulfilling for both of you. While there will be challenges along the way, especially when it comes to balancing emotional intimacy and external adventure, your love for each other will help you navigate these moments with grace and understanding. As long as you both communicate openly and are willing to embrace each other's differences, your relationship will continue to deepen and grow over time. Together, you'll create a partnership that is both emotionally fulfilling and full of excitement. Your Leo man will bring passion, fire, and protection into your life, while you'll provide him with the emotional support and love he craves. With time, your bond will only grow stronger as you learn to appreciate and embrace the unique qualities you each bring to the relationship. The love between a Cancer woman and a Leo man has the potential to be a beautiful, powerful, and lasting connection. The connection between a Cancer woman and a Virgo man can feel like a beautiful, intricate dance where emotional depth and practicality blend seamlessly. From the very first moments, you, as a Cancer woman, might feel a sense of calm wash over you when you're around your Virgo man. His grounded, methodical approach to life helps anchor your often swirling emotions. In return, your tender, nurturing nature brings warmth and emotional richness to his sometimes over-analytical and perfectionist tendencies. Your relationship feels like a slow-burning candle, a steady flame that provides comfort and stability. This is not a whirlwind, passionate affair, but rather one that builds slowly and carefully over time. Both of you seek emotional security, but you approach it in slightly different ways. Your Virgo man offers his love through acts of service, responsibility, and unwavering support. He might not always express his feelings with flowery words or romantic gestures, but his quiet devotion is constant. And that is something that will always bring you comfort. The beginning of your relationship, steady and sure. When you first meet your Virgo man, you might not feel the immediate intensity that you might with other signs. But over time, you begin to realize that there's something incredibly appealing about his steady, thoughtful nature. You, as a Cancer woman, value security above all else, and your Virgo man offers just that in spades. His cautious, calculated nature can be a welcome balance to your emotional sensitivity, and his desire to ensure everything is just right makes you feel valued and understood. In those early moments, your Virgo man will likely take things slowly, observing you carefully, making sure that this connection is one that is built to last. At first, this might make you feel uncertain or question whether he's really into you, but understand that his careful approach is simply his way of ensuring that this relationship has solid foundations. He doesn't rush into anything, and that's actually something you'll come to appreciate over time. You can trust that when he commits, he's all in. The emotional bond, creating safe spaces. For you, emotions are the bedrock of any relationship. You're deeply intuitive, and you can often sense what others are feeling even before they say a word. With your Virgo man, this can be both a blessing and a challenge. He's not always the best at expressing his emotions, and sometimes he might seem closed off, especially when he's stressed or focused on the practicalities of life. But here's the thing, you have the unique ability to gently coax him out of his shell. Your natural empathy allows you to understand his hesitations, his fears, and his need to get things just right. In return, your Virgo man will provide a sense of emotional security that you deeply crave. He won't be the type to leave you guessing about his intentions or play mind games. When he says he's committed, he means it. Over time, he'll show you that while he may not wear his heart on his sleeve, his love is shown in the way he remembers the little things, like your favorite tea, how you like your pillow arranged, or the fact that he'll always make sure the bills are paid on time so you don't have to worry. His love language might be more practical, but there's something so reassuring in that, isn't there? Communication styles, finding balance between heart and mind. You, as a Cancer woman, communicate from the heart. You're someone who needs to express your emotions openly, and you often expect your partner to intuitively understand what you're feeling. Your Virgo man, on the other hand, is more analytical and logical in his communication. He likes clear, concise conversations where the focus is on finding practical solutions. This can sometimes create tension, as you might feel like he's not connecting with you on an emotional level, while he might feel overwhelmed by the depth of your feelings. However, this is where the beauty of your relationship comes in. Over time, you'll both learn to meet in the middle. You'll understand that while your Virgo man may not always respond emotionally, he's always listening, processing, and working behind the scenes to make sure your needs are met. He, in turn, will start to open up more emotionally, learning to be more vulnerable and understanding that sometimes you don't need a solution, you just need to be heard. With patience and practice, your communication will become a beautiful blend of emotion and logic, heart and mind. Challenges: navigating emotional depths and perfectionism. Every relationship has its challenges, and yours will be no exception. One of the biggest hurdles you may face is navigating your emotional intensity with his need for practicality and perfectionism. As a Cancer woman, you feel everything deeply. You're not afraid to dive into the emotional depths, and sometimes that can overwhelm your Virgo man, who prefers to keep things neat, organized, and under control. He may struggle to understand why you're so affected by things he sees as trivial, and this can lead to frustration on both sides. On the flip side, his perfectionism and critical nature can sometimes feel suffocating to you. You might feel like he's always pointing out the little things you're doing wrong, even though you're doing your best. His constant need for order can sometimes clash with your more intuitive, go-with-the-flow nature, leading to misunderstandings. The key to overcoming these challenges is understanding and patience. You both bring something unique to the table. He brings structure and order, while you bring emotional depth and warmth. By learning to appreciate these differences, rather than seeing them as obstacles, you can create a relationship that is balanced and harmonious. Romantic connection, intimacy, and devotion. When it comes to romance and intimacy, your relationship can be incredibly fulfilling. You, as a Cancer woman, bring warmth, tenderness, and a deep emotional connection to the bedroom. You crave intimacy that goes beyond the physical, wanting to connect on a soul level. Your Virgo man, while more reserved, is incredibly attentive and thoughtful in bed. He may not be as openly passionate as other signs, but his care and consideration make you feel cherished and valued. He's the type of lover who will take the time to make sure you're comfortable, that your needs are met, and that everything is just right. While he may not always be the most spontaneous, his attention to detail and desire to please make up for it. Together, you create a romantic connection that is both deeply emotional and practically fulfilling. Building a future together. Creating a harmonious home. In terms of building a future together, you and your Virgo man are a powerful team. You, as a Cancer woman, thrive on creating a loving, nurturing home. You're the heart of the household, always making sure that your home is a place of comfort, warmth, and love. Your Virgo man, with his practical nature, will ensure that everything runs smoothly. He'll take care of the bills, the organization, and the day-to-day details, allowing you to focus on creating the emotional and domestic side of things. Together, you create a harmonious home where both emotional and practical needs are met. You balance each other out perfectly. You provide the emotional warmth and care, while he provides the structure and stability. Over time, you'll build a life together that is secure, loving, and deeply fulfilling. Family life and long-term commitment. Family is likely to be a priority for both of you, and you'll both approach it in complementary ways. You, as a Cancer woman, will be the emotional core of the family, providing unconditional love and support to your partner and children. You'll create a home where everyone feels safe, nurtured, and cared for. Your Virgo man, while not as emotionally expressive, will be the provider, ensuring that your family has everything it needs to thrive. His sense of responsibility and dedication will make him a wonderful partner and father. In the long run, your relationship has the potential to be incredibly rewarding, while there will be challenges along the way, especially when it comes to balancing emotional expression and practicality. Your love and devotion to each other will help you navigate these moments with grace and understanding. Together, you'll build a life that is both emotionally fulfilling and practically sound, creating a relationship that stands the test of time. The love compatibility between a Cancer woman and a Libra man can be as enchanting as it is complex, offering both deep emotional connection and intellectual growth. Your bond is a unique blend of emotional sensitivity and a strong desire for harmony, and while the journey may have its ups and downs, it's one that holds the potential for a truly special relationship. When you, as a Cancer woman, first meet your Libra man, there's an immediate attraction that feels like it's written in the stars. You're drawn to his charm, his effortless social grace, and the way he seems to bring balance and peace wherever he goes. For you, someone who often feels deeply and carries a strong emotional intuition, his ability to handle situations with such calm and poise can be incredibly comforting. It feels like you've found someone who can offer stability to your waves of emotion, someone who can bring a sense of calm to your sometimes stormy heart. He, on the other hand, is equally drawn to you. Your depth, emotional intelligence, and nurturing energy are things he admires deeply, even if he doesn't always fully understand them. Libra men are known for their desire for fairness and balance, and in you, he sees someone who can teach him more about the emotional side of life, which he may often avoid or overlook in his pursuit of peace. He's fascinated by your ability to connect with others on such an intimate level, and he loves that you care so deeply. The emotional connection, heartfelt depth meets intellectual diplomacy. As a Cancer woman, you live your life guided by emotions. You feel everything on a profound level, whether it's love, joy, or pain, and you have a natural instinct to care for those you love. In your relationship with your Libra man, this emotional depth will likely be one of the first things he admires in you. He's used to navigating life with his intellect, seeking to create harmony through logic and balance. But your emotional world introduces him to a side of love that's deeper, more raw, and more vulnerable than he's experienced before. Your nurturing nature will make him feel cared for and supported, and his love for harmony will complement your desire to create a peaceful, loving environment. However, while you may often lead with your heart, he approaches the relationship from a more analytical perspective. He's always thinking about the long term, how to keep things balanced and fair, and how to make sure that both of you are happy. In some ways, his ability to think things through can be a great asset, as it can help smooth over emotional misunderstandings. However, his tendency to intellectualize emotions might occasionally leave you feeling like he's not fully engaging with the depth of your feelings. He may struggle at times to understand why you feel things so intensely, or why you need to retreat into your shell when emotions become overwhelming. But this is where your strength as a Cancer woman comes in. You have the ability to gently guide him into deeper emotional waters, teaching him that love isn't always logical, and that it's okay to feel things deeply, even if it's messy or uncomfortable. Over time, your Libra man will come to appreciate the beauty of this emotional depth, and he will find ways to meet you in that space, even if it's outside of his comfort zone. Communication, the emotional, and the diplomatic. One of the biggest challenges in your relationship may come from the differences in how you and your Libra man communicate. You, as a Cancer woman, tend to speak from the heart. When something is bothering you, your instinct is to express your emotions, sometimes indirectly, hoping that your partner will intuitively understand what's wrong. Your Libra man, however, is more of a problem solver. He prefers open, logical conversations and might not always pick up on the subtle emotional cues you're giving him. This can lead to moments of misunderstanding. You might feel like he's not listening, or that he's dismissing your feelings when, in reality, he's just trying to find a solution in his own way. On the flip side, he might feel like you're not communicating clearly, or that you're expecting him to read your mind, which can be frustrating for someone who values fairness and directness. But this is where the magic of your relationship comes in. As a Cancer woman, you have the patience and emotional intelligence to teach him how to navigate these emotional conversations, while he can help you find ways to express your needs more clearly. It's a learning process for both of you, but with time and effort, you'll find a balance that works for both of your communication styles. Romantic dynamics. Intuition meets romance. Romantically, your relationship is likely to be filled with moments of tenderness and affection. Your Libra man is a natural romantic, ruled by Venus, the planet of love, beauty, and pleasure. He loves to woo you with thoughtful gestures, romantic dates, and sweet words, and this will make you feel deeply cherished and loved. For you, as a Cancer woman, love is about emotional connection and intimacy, and you'll appreciate his efforts to make you feel special. In return, your nurturing nature will make him feel safe and supported, which is something he values deeply. He may not always show it, but your ability to create a warm, loving home will be one of the things he cherishes most about you. He'll love coming home to you, knowing that you'll be there to listen to him, comfort him, and offer him a safe space to relax and unwind. In the bedroom, this dynamic can lead to a beautifully balanced connection. You bring emotional depth and intuition to your physical relationship, while he brings romance and a desire to please. Together, you'll find a rhythm that works for both of you, where you feel emotionally fulfilled and he feels loved and appreciated. The challenges: emotional depth against logical balance. Of course, no relationship is without its challenges, and for you and your Libra man, the main hurdle will be finding a balance between your emotional depth and his need for harmony and balance. You, as a Cancer woman, often feel things deeply, and may have moments where your emotions become overwhelming. In those times, you might retreat into your shell or become more sensitive, needing extra reassurance and care from your partner. Your Libra man, while caring and attentive, may struggle to understand these emotional waves. He's someone who prefers to keep things light and balanced, and he might feel a bit lost when confronted with such intense emotions. However, this doesn't mean he doesn't care, quite the opposite. He deeply values your happiness and will do whatever he can to restore balance in the relationship. He just needs time to learn how to navigate the emotional terrain that comes naturally to you. In turn, it's important for you to understand that your Libra man isn't avoiding your feelings or dismissing them. He's just processing them in his own way. He values fairness and logic, and sometimes he'll need a moment to step back and think things through before responding. With time and patience, you'll both learn to appreciate each other's emotional styles and find a way to meet in the middle. Building a life together, a blend of emotions and harmony. In the long term, your relationship with a Libra man can be incredibly fulfilling. Together, you'll create a life that is balanced, harmonious, and emotionally rich. You'll teach him the beauty of emotional depth and vulnerability, while he'll help you find balance and peace in your emotions. Over time, you'll learn to appreciate each other's differences, seeing them not as obstacles but as opportunities for growth. You'll build a home filled with love, warmth, and beauty, where both of you feel safe, cherished, and supported. Your Libra man will continue to woo you with his romantic gestures, while you'll offer him the emotional stability and nurturing that he craves. Together, you'll create a partnership that is both emotionally fulfilling and intellectually stimulating, where both of your needs are met. In the end, your love story with a Libra man is one of balance, growth, and a deep, lasting connection. While it may take some time to find your rhythm, once you do, your relationship will be a beautiful blend of heart and mind, where love, harmony, and emotional depth come together in perfect harmony. The love compatibility between a Cancer woman and a Scorpio man is a fascinating, intense, and deeply emotional journey that often feels like finding your true soulmate. The connection between the two water signs can be described as magnetic, where you feel drawn to each other on an emotional, spiritual, and physical level. This relationship is not for the faint of heart. It is one that is rooted in emotional depth, passionate devotion, and the kind of intensity that both excites and overwhelms. When you two come together, it's not just a relationship, it feels like a transformation, one where you see and feel life through the depths of your shared emotions. As a Cancer woman, you're someone who thrives on emotional security, love, and nurturing. You bring a warmth to your relationships that is built on care, protection, and loyalty. When you first meet your Scorpio man, there's something about him that pulls you in immediately. His quiet intensity, the way he carries himself with confidence, and his enigmatic nature will pique your interest. You sense that behind his strong exterior, there is someone with deep feelings and someone who will understand your emotional needs in ways that others may have struggled to. Your Scorpio man is incredibly strong yet incredibly sensitive in ways that most people don't see. He guards his emotions fiercely, but once he opens up, it's like diving into a deep ocean of feelings and desires. He has the ability to make you feel like you're the only person in the world when he loves you, and his loyalty to you will be unmatched. For him, when he's in love, there is no halfway. He is either all in or not at all, and with you, his Cancer woman, he will be all in. The emotional connection, a meeting of souls. Your emotional connection will likely be the most significant part of your relationship. As a Cancer woman, you are incredibly in tune with your feelings, and you seek a partner who understands that emotions are not just fleeting but something that needs to be nurtured and cared for. You'll find that your Scorpio man not only matches your emotional intensity, but also understands it on a very deep level. He feels emotions just as strongly as you do, and he is not afraid to dive into the depths of those emotions, which is something you find incredibly comforting. With your Scorpio man, you won't have to worry about being too emotional or too sensitive. He will appreciate your caring, nurturing side, and he'll admire your ability to create a home full of warmth and love. At the same time, you will be drawn to his depth and mystery. You'll find that the more you get to know him, the more layers you uncover, and this will keep the relationship exciting and transformative. One of the greatest strengths of your connection will be your ability to support each other emotionally. You, as a Cancer woman, are naturally a caretaker, and your Scorpio man will find great solace in your ability to be there for him when he needs it the most. He will appreciate your loyalty and the way you make him feel safe and loved. In return, he will protect you fiercely, always making sure that you feel secure in the relationship. His protective nature will make you feel valued and cherished, something that is incredibly important to you. Understanding each other's needs. Both of you need emotional security, and this shared need will help you build a strong foundation. However, your approach to emotional expression might be different. As a Cancer woman, you tend to wear your heart on your sleeve. You're open about your feelings, and you seek comfort and closeness when you're feeling vulnerable. On the other hand, your Scorpio man is more guarded. He doesn't reveal his emotions easily, and it may take time for him to fully open up to you. This difference in emotional expression could sometimes lead to moments of misunderstanding. There will be times when you crave emotional closeness, and he needs space to process his feelings. It's important to remember that when your Scorpio man pulls away, it's not because he doesn't care, he just needs time to process things internally. He deals with emotions privately, and this can sometimes make you feel like he's shutting you out. But with time and trust, you'll both learn to balance each other's needs. As the relationship deepens, you'll start to understand each other on a level that goes beyond words. Your intuition, as a Cancer woman, will help you sense when something is bothering your Scorpio man, and you'll know when to offer comfort and when to give him space. Likewise, he will learn to appreciate your emotional openness, and will come to value your nurturing nature more and more as time goes on. Romance and passion, fire meets water. Romance with a Scorpio man is nothing short of intense. His passion for you will be undeniable, and you'll find that he makes you feel desired and cherished in ways you've never felt before. He is a deeply sensual and passionate lover, and this will ignite a spark in your relationship that is hard to resist. You, as a Cancer woman, are more focused on emotional intimacy, and you will bring a tenderness and warmth to the relationship that will complement his fiery passion perfectly. Your romantic connection will be one of the most satisfying aspects of the relationship. Together, you'll find a perfect balance of emotional closeness and physical passion. You'll feel safe with him, knowing that he will always be there for you, while he will admire the way you bring emotional depth and care into the relationship. His loyalty and devotion will make you feel secure, while your nurturing love will make him feel valued and appreciated. Challenges: managing emotional intensity. As with any relationship, there will be challenges, especially when two water signs like Cancer and Scorpio come together. The emotional intensity that you both share can sometimes lead to moments of conflict. When emotions run high, it's easy for misunderstandings to occur, and both of you may struggle with feelings of jealousy or possessiveness. For your Scorpio man, his need for control and his protective nature can sometimes come across as possessive. He loves you so deeply that the thought of losing you can trigger feelings of jealousy. In moments like these, it's important for both of you to communicate openly and reassure each other. As a Cancer woman, you need emotional closeness and reassurance, and your Scorpio man will need to learn how to provide that without becoming overly controlling. On the other hand, your emotional sensitivity can sometimes make you feel hurt when he pulls away to deal with his emotions privately. It's important to remember that his need for space is not a reflection of his feelings for you. He just needs time to process things internally before he can open up. Trust will be key in navigating these moments, and with time, you'll learn to find a balance that works for both of you. A deep, transformative love. When it comes to building a life together, the love between a Cancer woman and a Scorpio man has the potential to be incredibly deep and transformative. Together, you'll create a home that is a sanctuary for both of you, where you can retreat from the outside world and focus on nurturing your relationship. You'll find comfort in each other's presence, knowing that you have a partner who understands you on a deep emotional level. Your Scorpio man will be fiercely protective of you, and he'll always make sure that you feel safe and secure. His loyalty to you will be unwavering, and in return, you'll provide him with the emotional support and care that he craves. Together, you'll build a relationship that is built on trust, loyalty, and emotional depth. In the long term, your relationship has the potential to be one of the most fulfilling and meaningful connections of your life. You'll find that you're able to navigate life's challenges together with a sense of unity and purpose, always knowing that you have each other's backs. Your love will grow stronger with time, and together you'll create a life full of emotional richness, passion, and loyalty. Final thoughts. The connection between a Cancer woman and a Scorpio man is one of the deepest and most emotionally fulfilling in the zodiac. Together you'll experience a love that is intense, passionate, and transformative. While there may be challenges along the way, your shared emotional depth and loyalty to each other will help you overcome them. And in the end, you'll build a relationship that stands the test of time. Your love story is one of devotion, emotional understanding, and passionate connection. With time, trust, and open communication, you'll create a life together that is filled with love, warmth, and emotional security. Your Scorpio man will always be there to protect and support you, while you will provide him with the nurturing love that he so deeply craves. Together, you'll create a bond that is unbreakable, and your love will only grow stronger with each passing day. The love compatibility between a Cancer woman and a Sagittarius man is an extraordinary blend of emotional depth and adventurous spirit, combining two energies that, at first glance, seem worlds apart. You, as a Cancer woman, are naturally nurturing, emotionally intuitive, and deeply committed to creating a sense of home and security. For you, relationships are about emotional connection, loyalty, and creating a deep bond that feels like it will last a lifetime. Your Sagittarius man, on the other hand, is a free spirit, a wanderer with a thirst for adventure, new experiences, and growth. He craves excitement and exploration, whether that's through travel, intellectual pursuits, or seeking new challenges. At his core, he's optimistic, always looking for the next big thing, and fiercely independent. While these differences might make your relationship seem like an unlikely match, there's an undeniable chemistry between your Cancerian heart and his Sagittarian fire. The key is learning how to balance your emotional needs with his desire for freedom and adventure. Your emotional world, Cancer's sensitivity against Sagittarius's boldness. As a Cancer woman, you're someone who lives and breathes emotions. You're ruled by the moon, which makes you sensitive, intuitive, and in tune with the feelings of those around you. You have a natural ability to care for others, and in a relationship, you give your heart fully. For you, love is about creating a deep emotional bond, one that feels safe and enduring. You crave a partner who can meet you on this emotional level, someone who understands the importance of closeness, trust, and security. In contrast, your Sagittarius man thrives on spontaneity and independence. He's ruled by Jupiter, the planet of expansion, which makes him constantly seek new experiences and knowledge. He's adventurous, always looking to expand his horizons, and he's not one to be easily confined. This can sometimes make him seem emotionally distant or unavailable, especially to someone like you, who values emotional intimacy and reassurance. He loves deeply, but he expresses it in a way that's often more lighthearted and playful rather than deeply emotional. However, this difference can be complementary in the right context. You provide the emotional depth and security he may not realize he needs, while he brings excitement and a breath of fresh air into your life. He can help you break out of your shell, encouraging you to take risks, be more spontaneous, and experience life in a more carefree way. You, in turn, can show him the beauty of emotional vulnerability, teaching him that love doesn't always have to be a wild adventure. It can also be found in the quiet moments of connection and tenderness. How you balance each other. The beauty of your relationship lies in the way you balance each other. You, the Cancer woman, are the emotional anchor, providing warmth, love, and a sense of home. You're someone who can offer him a safe space to return to after his adventures. He, being the Sagittarius man, brings excitement, passion, and a zest for life that you might not always embrace on your own. Together, you form a partnership where you can both grow and learn from each other. Your nurturing nature makes him feel cared for in a way he's likely never experienced. He'll appreciate your ability to create a cozy, loving environment, even if he doesn't always express it in the way you expect. On the other hand, his optimism and sense of adventure will inspire you to step out of your comfort zone, to explore new possibilities, and to see the world from a different perspective. You'll find yourself doing things you never thought possible because his enthusiasm is contagious. However, it's important to acknowledge that this balance requires effort and understanding from both of you. He may not always be as emotionally available as you need him to be, and you may sometimes feel like he's too focused on his own pursuits. This is where communication becomes essential. You'll need to express your emotional needs clearly, without making him feel trapped or suffocated. He'll need to learn how to offer you emotional reassurance, even if it's not something that comes naturally to him. Over time, you can learn how to give each other what you need, without either of you losing your sense of self. Your partner's feelings, the Sagittarius man in love. When a Sagittarius man falls in love, it's a thrilling and often unpredictable experience. He's not one to settle down quickly or easily, but when he does, it's with a sense of excitement and passion. For him, love is about the journey, the experiences, the growth, the adventures you have together. He's drawn to partners who challenge him intellectually and emotionally, and who can keep up with his fast-paced, adventurous lifestyle. With you, the Cancer woman, he will find something he didn't even know he needed, a sense of home. Your nurturing, caring nature will be something he's deeply drawn to, even if he doesn't always show it. He'll appreciate your loyalty, your ability to support him emotionally, and the way you make him feel like he's always got a safe place to return to. He might not be the most emotionally expressive person, but he'll show his love through his actions, taking you on adventures, sharing his passions with you, and always coming back to you after his travels or intellectual pursuits. One of the most important things for your Sagittarius man is his freedom. He values his independence more than anything, and the idea of being tied down can be scary for him. This doesn't mean he doesn't love you, it just means that he needs to feel like he can still be himself, even in a committed relationship. If you can give him the space he needs to be free, he'll be more than happy to come back to you, time and time again. In return, he'll need to learn how to be more emotionally available for you, to offer you the reassurance and closeness that you crave. Challenges. Emotional security against independence. One of the main challenges in your relationship will be finding a balance between your need for emotional security and his need for independence. As a Cancer woman, you value consistency, stability, and emotional closeness. You need to feel like your partner is always there for you, that you can depend on them no matter what. For you, love is about being there for each other through thick and thin, and you want to know that your partner is fully committed to building a life together. But for your Sagittarius man, the idea of being tied down or confined can feel suffocating. He thrives on freedom, both in his personal life and in his relationships. This doesn't mean he's incapable of commitment. When a Sagittarius man falls in love, he can be incredibly loyal. But he needs to feel like he has the space to be himself, to pursue his own interests, and to maintain his sense of independence. To make this relationship work, it's essential that both of you learn how to compromise, You'll need to give him the freedom he needs without feeling threatened or abandoned. And he'll need to learn how to offer you more emotional reassurance and closeness. This might not come naturally to either of you, but with time and patience you can find a way to meet each other's needs without either of you losing your sense of self. The romance and intimacy between you. When it comes to romance, your relationship will be full of contrasts. Your Sagittarius man is spontaneous, passionate, and always up for an adventure. He'll sweep you off your feet with grand gestures, surprise getaways, and a sense of excitement that you might not be used to. For him, romance is about experiencing life to the fullest, and he'll want to share these experiences with you. He's the type to take you on spontaneous trips, to introduce you to new ideas, and to make every moment feel like an adventure. You, as a Cancer woman, bring a more intimate, emotional side to the relationship. You value closeness, tenderness, and deep emotional connections. You'll teach him how to slow down, how to appreciate the quieter moments of love, and how to find joy in simply being together. In return, he'll open your world to new experiences and possibilities that you might not have considered before. In the bedroom, your sexual chemistry can be electric. His fiery passion combined with your emotional intensity creates a dynamic and fulfilling relationship. He'll appreciate your sensuality and your ability to be both tender and passionate, while you'll be drawn to his adventurous spirit and his willingness to try new things. The future of your relationship. In the long term, this relationship has the potential to be incredibly fulfilling, but it requires effort from both sides. You'll need to learn how to trust each other, to communicate openly about your needs, and to find a balance between emotional closeness and personal freedom. If you can navigate these challenges together, your relationship will be full of growth, adventure, and deep emotional connection. Your Sagittarius man will see you as his emotional anchor, someone who provides him with the stability and love he needs to thrive. You'll see him as your adventure, someone who pushes you to explore new possibilities and to experience life in a way you never thought possible. Together, you'll create a relationship that is both emotionally rich and full of excitement, a true partnership where you both grow and learn from each other in beautiful ways. Ultimately, the love between a Cancer woman and a Sagittarius man is about finding balance. It's about learning to embrace each other's differences and finding joy in the ways you complement each other. If you can navigate the challenges with patience and open communication, this relationship has the potential to be a truly unique and transformative love story. The relationship between a Cancer woman and a Capricorn man is one that can be described as the meeting of two souls destined to build something long-lasting, solid, and deeply fulfilling. This connection feels deeply fated, as if the universe conspired to bring together two people who complement one another's strengths and weaknesses perfectly. The Cancer woman is someone whose emotional depth and nurturing heart bring warmth to everything she touches, while the Capricorn man is strong, steady, and reliable, with an unwavering sense of responsibility toward the people he loves. Together, this pair has the potential to create a bond that not only lasts a lifetime, but grows stronger with every year. The Cancer woman, a heart full of love. You, as a Cancer woman, are known for your incredible empathy, sensitivity, and emotional intelligence. You feel everything so deeply, and your love is nurturing, protective, and unconditional. When you love someone, you make them the center of your world. Family, home, and security are everything to you, and you want to create a sanctuary for the people you care about. You're the kind of partner who goes above and beyond to make sure the person you love feels safe, cherished, and understood. In relationships, you crave emotional closeness. You need a partner who can connect with you on a deep emotional level, someone who makes you feel seen and heard. You're also deeply intuitive, and you can often sense what your partner is feeling even before they do. This ability to empathize and provide comfort makes you a wonderfully supportive partner. However, because you give so much, you also need to feel like your emotional needs are being met in return. For you, love is a two-way street, and you need to feel that your partner is just as invested in the relationship as you are. The Capricorn man, a pillar of strength. Your Capricorn man is the embodiment of stability and practicality. He is ambitious, hardworking, and deeply committed to building a secure future. While he may not wear his heart on his sleeve like you do, his love is just as deep and profound. He shows his affection through actions rather than words, by providing for you, protecting you, and making sure that your life together is secure and comfortable. When a Capricorn man commits to someone, it's for life. He's not interested in short-term flings or fleeting romances. For him, love is about building something real and lasting, and he's willing to put in the hard work to make that happen. At first, his reserved nature might seem a little distant to you. He isn't one to openly express his feelings or engage in long emotional conversations. But over time, you'll come to see that his love is steady, reliable, and unwavering. He may not always say "I love you" as often as you'd like, but he'll show it in countless other ways. Whether it's making sure the bills are paid, planning for your future together, or simply being there for you when you need him, he expresses his love through actions. In many ways, this complements your own love language. While you provide the emotional warmth and care, he provides the stability and security that you crave. Emotional depth meets practical stability. Together, you create a beautiful balance between emotional depth and practical stability. You, as the Cancer woman, are incredibly in tune with your emotions, and you need a partner who can help ground you when your feelings become overwhelming. The Capricorn man, on the other hand, is grounded by nature, but often struggles to express his emotions. In this way, you help bring out the softer, more vulnerable side of him, while he helps you feel safe and secure. This balance is one of the greatest strengths of your relationship. While you may be more focused on creating an emotionally fulfilling life together, he's focused on ensuring that your future is secure. He appreciates your nurturing nature, and you admire his unwavering dedication to the relationship. Both of you are committed to building something real and lasting, and neither of you is interested in anything short-term or superficial. Your shared values of loyalty, commitment, and security will carry you through any challenges that arise. The Capricorn man's feelings, steady and deep. Your Capricorn man may not always express his feelings in the way you'd like, but his love for you runs deep. He's not one for grand romantic gestures or flowery declarations of love, but that doesn't mean he doesn't care. In fact, his love is perhaps even more profound because of its quiet, steady nature. He's the kind of partner who shows up for you every day, who's there when you need him, and who will do whatever it takes to make sure you're taken care of. He admires your emotional intelligence and your ability to make a house feel like a home. He may not always understand your emotional needs, but he values the warmth and care you bring to the relationship. Over time, he will learn to open up more with you, and you'll come to appreciate the subtle ways in which he expresses his love. Whether it's taking care of practical matters, supporting your dreams, or simply being a rock when you're feeling overwhelmed, he shows his love through his actions. Challenges in your relationship. The main challenge in your relationship will be finding a balance between your emotional needs and his practical nature. You, as a Cancer woman, need to feel emotionally connected to your partner. You thrive on emotional intimacy, and sometimes your Capricorn man might seem distant or preoccupied with his work or other responsibilities. He's not one to indulge in emotional displays, and this might leave you feeling a bit neglected at times. On the other hand, he might find your emotional needs overwhelming at times. He's someone who prefers to solve problems logically and practically, and he might struggle to understand why you need so much emotional reassurance. He's not one to engage in long emotional discussions, and this could lead to some frustration on both sides. However, with open communication and understanding, you can find a way to meet each other's needs. He'll learn to be more emotionally available, and you'll learn to appreciate the practical ways in which he shows his love. Your shared future. Building a life together. In the long term, your relationship has the potential to be incredibly strong and fulfilling. Both of you are in it for the long haul, and your shared desire for a secure, stable future will help you overcome any challenges. As you grow together, you'll learn how to meet each other's needs, and your bond will only deepen over time. Your Capricorn man will always work to build a better future for the two of you, and you'll continue to provide the emotional warmth and care that makes your relationship a true partnership. Together, you create a beautiful balance of emotional depth and practical stability, making you a couple who can weather any storm. A love that lasts. The relationship between a Cancer woman and a Capricorn man is one that is built to last. You both value commitment, loyalty, and stability, and you're both willing to put in the hard work to make your relationship succeed. While you may approach love from different angles, one emotional and the other practical, You complement each other perfectly. He gives you the stability and security you need, and you give him the emotional warmth and care that he sometimes struggles to express. Together, you are a powerhouse of love, dedication, and commitment, creating a bond that is as deep as it is enduring. The relationship between a Cancer woman and an Aquarius man is like blending two very different worlds. It's an intriguing connection where the emotional depth of Cancer meets the intellectual independence of Aquarius. These two signs have contrasting needs and ways of showing love, but when they come together, it can be an eye-opening journey for both. As a Cancer woman, you crave emotional security, closeness, and a deep connection, while your Aquarius man values freedom, individuality, and intellectual stimulation. This dynamic can either bring a unique balance to the relationship or cause misunderstandings if the differences aren't navigated with care. At first, you might find yourself intrigued by his unpredictable and unconventional ways. He has this magnetic ability to see things from a broader perspective and approach life with an air of originality. He's not the typical romantic partner, but that's part of his charm. You, on the other hand, approach love from a place of care and sensitivity. You want to nurture and protect your loved ones, especially your partner. And you're always thinking about how to make the relationship feel more intimate, more meaningful. Cancer woman, the emotional anchor. As a Cancer woman, you are the embodiment of emotional depth and warmth. You are deeply connected to your feelings, and your intuitive nature makes you highly attuned to the emotions of those around you. In a relationship, you seek a strong emotional bond, someone who understands the importance of vulnerability and trust. You want a partner who will hold space for your emotions, someone who will listen, nurture, and reciprocate the affection and care you give so generously. For you, love isn't just about fleeting moments of passion, it's about building a home, creating a life together, and feeling secure in the knowledge that your partner is fully committed to you. You thrive in a relationship where there is emotional closeness, mutual respect, and a shared vision for the future. You're also someone who loves tradition and finds comfort in routines that make you feel safe. You might dream of romantic dinners, cozy nights in, and meaningful conversations that bring you closer to your partner. Aquarius man, the independent dreamer. Your Aquarius man comes from a completely different emotional landscape. He is someone who thrives on independence, intellectual freedom, and a sense of adventure. He's a deep thinker, always contemplating the bigger picture, and is often drawn to humanitarian causes or innovative ideas that have the potential to change the world. While he is loyal and caring, his emotional world is often more distant than yours, which can sometimes leave you feeling like you're missing the kind of emotional intimacy you crave. For him, love is not about emotional dependence, it's about companionship, shared ideals, and mutual respect for each other's individuality. He's the type of partner who will challenge you to grow, encourage you to step out of your comfort zone, and bring new perspectives into your life. However, he's not someone who will easily dive into deep emotional discussions or wear his heart on his sleeve. His love language is often more intellectual and abstract, and he may express his affection through actions rather than words or emotional displays. How you complement each other. While your emotional worlds are different, this can actually be what makes your relationship exciting and full of potential. You, as a Cancer woman, bring a sense of emotional grounding and nurturing to the relationship. You offer him a safe space to come back to when the world feels overwhelming. You help him tap into his emotions, something that might not come naturally to him. On the other hand, he brings intellectual stimulation and a sense of freedom to your life. He encourages you to think outside the box, to dream bigger, and to not let emotions hold you back from exploring the world around you. Your Aquarius man might find your emotional sensitivity both fascinating and challenging. He may not fully understand it at first, but over time, he'll start to see how your ability to connect deeply with others brings richness to the relationship. You offer him a perspective that he doesn't always have access to, one that is rooted in empathy, compassion, and emotional wisdom. In turn, he can offer you a way to step outside of your emotional comfort zone and see things from a broader, more detached perspective. He helps you not to take things too personally, and this can be incredibly freeing for you as someone who feels emotions so deeply. Your partner's feelings, how the Aquarius man loves. Your Aquarius man loves in his own unique way, and it might not always look like the traditional romantic gestures you're used to. He's not one for grand emotional displays, but that doesn't mean he doesn't care deeply about you. His love comes through in the way he supports your dreams, the way he encourages you to be your true self, and the way he respects your independence. He's the kind of partner who will push you to grow, to think bigger, and to challenge yourself intellectually. However, because he's more focused on the mind than the heart, you might sometimes feel like he's emotionally distant or unavailable. It's important to remember that his detachment isn't a sign that he doesn't care, it's just the way he processes emotions. He's not as comfortable with emotional vulnerability as you are, and he may need more time to open up and express his feelings. The key is to give him space while also gently encouraging him to share more of his emotional world with you. He likely sees you as someone who balances out his need for independence. While he values freedom, he also appreciates the emotional security you provide. You create a home, a sense of belonging, and this is something that he may not realize he needs until he's with you. You ground him, offering a softness that complements his more logical and detached nature. Challenges in your relationship. One of the biggest challenges you'll face in this relationship is the difference in your emotional needs. You, as a Cancer woman, thrive on emotional closeness and intimacy, while your Aquarius man is more comfortable with intellectual connections and keeping things light. You might feel frustrated at times, wishing that he would open up more emotionally, while he might feel overwhelmed by your need for constant emotional reassurance. Another challenge is that you may feel like you're the one doing most of the emotional work in the relationship. You might find yourself always trying to bridge the gap, to get him to express his feelings or be more present emotionally. This can be exhausting for you, and it's important to communicate your needs clearly and honestly. At the same time, he may feel like his independence is being threatened if he perceives your emotional needs as too demanding. Finding a balance between emotional closeness and personal freedom will be crucial for the success of your relationship. The future of your relationship. While this relationship comes with its challenges, it also has the potential to be incredibly fulfilling. Over time, you'll both learn to appreciate each other's differences and find ways to meet each other's needs without compromising your own. You'll bring emotional warmth and nurturing to the relationship, while he'll bring intellectual stimulation and a sense of adventure. Together, you'll grow and evolve, learning from each other and finding new ways to connect. If you can embrace the differences between you and your Aquarius man, this relationship can be one that constantly pushes both of you to grow and evolve. You'll help him tap into his emotions, while he'll encourage you to see the world from a broader, more open-minded perspective. This balance can create a dynamic relationship that's both challenging and deeply rewarding. A love that defies expectations. The relationship between a Cancer woman and an Aquarius man is one that defies expectations. On the surface, you might seem like an unlikely match, but beneath the differences lies the potential for a deep and transformative connection. It's a love that challenges both of you to grow in ways you never expected, and if you're willing to put in the effort to understand each other, it can be a love that lasts. Ultimately, this relationship is about finding a balance between emotional depth and intellectual freedom. You bring the heart, and he brings the mind. Together, you can create a relationship that's both emotionally rich and intellectually stimulating, offering the best of both worlds. It may not always be easy, but it has the potential to be a love that changes both of you for the better. The love compatibility between a Cancer woman and a Pisces man is a union that feels as though it were written in the stars. The connection between you both runs deep, and there's an undeniable magnetic pull that draws you toward each other from the very beginning. It's as if you speak the same emotional language, both understanding the subtle and profound feelings that exist beneath the surface. When the two of you come together, the love you share is tender, intuitive, and deeply compassionate, a beautiful intertwining of two hearts that seem to belong together. Cancer woman. The nurturer with a heart of gold. As a Cancer woman, you are someone who lives through your heart. Your emotions are rich, and you care deeply about those you love. In relationships, you're nurturing, protective, and loyal to a fault. You instinctively take on the role of caretaker, always ensuring that your loved ones feel safe and supported. Your emotional depth allows you to love in a way that is both soft and fierce, and you find joy in building a home that is full of warmth and comfort. With a Pisces man, you'll find someone who not only appreciates your nurturing nature, but reciprocates it in his gentle and sensitive way. He understands your need for emotional security, and you'll feel as though he's truly attuned to your heart. Together, you create a space where love flows freely, a relationship that feels almost like a safe harbor in a world that can sometimes feel overwhelming. Pisces man, the dreamer with a gentle soul. The Pisces man is a true romantic, someone who experiences life through the lens of his emotions. He's a dreamer, often lost in thought, but there's a softness about him that draws people in. He's compassionate and deeply empathetic, always wanting to make sure that those he loves feel understood and cherished. When he loves with his whole heart, and he has a way of making you feel as though you're the center of his world. When he's with you, he feels like he's found a kindred spirit, someone who understands his emotional world in a way that few others do. He's drawn to your nurturing energy, and he finds comfort in your ability to provide him with a sense of stability and security. With you, he feels safe to explore the depths of his emotions, knowing that you'll be there to catch him if he falls. He admires your strength, your loyalty, and the way you protect those you care about. In return, he brings a sense of magic into your life, encouraging you to dream a little bigger, to embrace the beauty in the world around you, and to see life through a more imaginative lens. With him, you'll feel like you've found someone who not only understands your heart but celebrates it. How you complement each other. The bond between a Cancer woman and a Pisces man is one of mutual understanding and deep emotional resonance. You both value the same things in love, trust, loyalty, and emotional intimacy, and you're able to offer each other the support and security that you both crave. As a Cancer woman, you provide the stability and grounding that your Pisces man needs, helping him stay anchored when his emotions or dreams start to carry him away. In return, the Pisces man brings a sense of creativity and wonder into your life. He encourages you to embrace your emotional side fully, reminding you that it's okay to let go of control sometimes, and to simply feel. Together, you create a beautiful balance, a relationship where emotions flow freely, and both of you feel seen, heard, and valued for who you truly are. Your Pisces man will be deeply appreciative of the way you take care of him, both emotionally and physically. He's someone who sometimes needs a bit of guidance or reassurance, and you have a natural ability to provide him with that. You'll find that he often turns to you for comfort, knowing that you'll always be there to provide him with the love and support he needs. At the same time, you'll admire his ability to connect with you on a soul level. He has a way of making you feel understood, even without words. There's a quiet strength in his love, a deep, unwavering commitment to your happiness that will make you feel cherished and adored. Challenges you might face. While the emotional connection between a Cancer woman and a Pisces man is incredibly strong, there can be challenges that arise due to the intensity of your feelings. Both of you are deeply emotional, and at times, this can lead to misunderstandings or heightened sensitivity. You both feel things very deeply, and if not communicated properly, emotions can build up and cause tension. The Pisces man has a tendency to retreat into his own world when he's feeling overwhelmed, which may leave you feeling abandoned or unsure of where you stand. As a Cancer woman, you need emotional security and reassurance, and when your Pisces man pulls away, it can trigger feelings of insecurity. It's important to recognize that his retreat isn't a reflection of his love for you, it's simply his way of processing his emotions. On the flip side, you may sometimes withdraw into your protective shell when you're feeling hurt or vulnerable, which can confuse your Pisces man. He may not always know how to reach you when you're feeling emotionally distant, and this can cause him to feel lost or unsure of how to fix things. Clear, open communication is key to navigating these challenges. While both of you are highly intuitive and can often sense what the other is feeling, it's important to express your emotions verbally as well. Letting each other know how you're feeling, whether it's joy, love, or pain, will help prevent misunderstandings and ensure that you're both on the same page. Your partner's feelings, the Pisces man's emotional world. The Pisces man feels love in a way that's deep, almost spiritual. His love for you will feel like a soft, constant presence, always there, even if he doesn't always vocalize it. He's someone who shows his love through actions rather than words. You'll know he loves you because of the little things he does. The way he holds your hand when you're feeling anxious, the way he surprises you with thoughtful gestures, and the way he looks at you with quiet admiration. He's deeply connected to his emotions, and this can sometimes make him vulnerable. He may feel things more intensely than most, and at times he may struggle with the weight of his emotions. This is where your nurturing nature comes in. You have a way of providing him with the emotional support he needs, offering him a safe space to express his feelings without fear of judgment. He feels deeply grateful for your presence in his life, knowing that he's found someone who truly understands him. You make him feel loved, valued, and cared for in a way that he's never experienced before. And in return, he'll devote himself to your happiness, always striving to make you feel as cherished as he feels when he's with you. The future of your relationship. The future between a Cancer woman and a Pisces man is bright and full of love. Your relationship is built on a foundation of trust, emotional intimacy, and mutual respect. You both value the same things in life: family, home, and emotional security, and this shared vision for the future will help you build a life together that's full of joy and fulfillment. As time goes on, your bond will only deepen. You'll continue to grow together, learning more about each other's emotional worlds and supporting each other in all the ways that matter most. There may be challenges along the way, but with love and communication, you'll be able to navigate them with grace and understanding. Together, you'll create a life that's rich in love, laughter, and shared dreams. Your home will be a place of warmth and comfort, a safe haven where you both feel loved and cherished. And as you grow older together, you'll look back on your relationship with gratitude, knowing that you've found a love that's truly special, one that was written in the stars. A soulful love. The connection between a Cancer woman and a Pisces man is one of the most emotionally fulfilling unions in the zodiac. It's a love that feels timeless, as though the two of you were always meant to find each other. You're both deeply in tune with your emotions, and this allows you to create a relationship that's built on trust, understanding, and mutual support. Your love story is one of quiet strength, gentle compassion, and deep emotional intimacy. Together, you create a world where love flows freely, and both of you feel valued for who you truly are. It's a love that will stand the test of time, a love that grows stronger with each passing day, as you both continue to nurture and cherish each other in all the ways that matter most.